Alright, today is Sunday and an amazing experience today, not just at the Goodwill bins, but at the local stamp show here. They held it at the Scottish Rite building. I was in a Scottish building for 3 hours when it's St. Patrick's Day, so I figured that one out. But anyway, so we'll get to the Goodwill very, very quickly. There was not much there. I bought a couple of things I probably shouldn't be buying. You know, chairs. Why would you buy a chair? Well, there was an antique chair. It was only $1. It might make a good decoration somewhere. I have no idea. Then I bought a green chair. I might show that at the end of the video, pictures of these chairs. It's just nothing special. Another dollar. But it was like a pea green chair from the 70s. It was a school kid's chair. It's great. Mid-century, I say mid-century, but vintage piece of furniture, and a whole $1. Why, I could not pass those up. And I bought a couple other small things there, which is pretty fun. I found a Roy Rogers puzzle there. Again, I don't have any of this to share with you because it's a stamp collection video. So none of this is in any particular order there. My friend got there just before I did. I was like shocked that he would even remember to get there. It's like, haha, I got there. He didn't bring any money with him, but he spent like $2 or $3 on some postcards for his antique mall space, and he said that was a pretty good deal. So this I may save for a future. Well, actually, I'll show this. I got this really cool Doctor's Mayo sheet of stamps. Hopefully you can see that there. Face value, $2.50. This is 1960 odd or something like that. I want to say, where's the date on here? Sometimes they have a date on here. I want to say something like 1965 or something like that. I don't know, but $2.50. I mean, that's great. There's only like one little imperfection there, but this has a special use for this. This is not TTM postage, so don't worry about that one there. Then I got this Francis Perkins, Francis Perkins sheet, and it's a little off kilter there in the color-wise, but I paid face value for it, $7.50. But there are 15-cent stamps there, so I'm not going to keep this as a full sheet. Like I said, there's a little bit of tarnishing to the sheet there, so I figured, what a perfect sheet, because I hate ruining sheets. That might have some theoretically collectible value there. But again, face value, you're going to be paying a lot more for that on eBay. Then I got a couple more face value sheets if I can get to that here. I got this one here, $6.60. These are 33 cents, so I'll make some use out of those. Very handy. This guy had, I don't know, at least $5,000 worth of postage or something ridiculous. Then I got these for a penny a piece face value at another booth. And these are all plate blocks. And I may decide to keep some of them. I may use them. I don't know. But I got all these old 1-cent Liberty plate blocks. How amazing are those? Hopefully these are showing up on camera here. I know the light is coming through, which is really bad. But yeah, very cool. And I got a whole pile of those. I was supposed to share with somebody else, so I gave them a whole bunch. But yeah, the 1-cent stamps at the stamp shows, they sell very quickly. Very, very quickly. You rarely ever find sheets of 1-cent stamps. I'm still looking for the Thomas Jefferson sheet of stamps. And so the 1-cent, I can't remember if there was like 50 cents or $1 worth of stamps on there. People are asking $15 to $25 and up for that particular sheet on eBay. Here's a couple more sheets here. A couple slight bend in it, but that was my fault. But I got these for TTM postage because these are Poland's Millennium. So 5-cent sheet of 5 cents, that was $2.50. I need 5s all the time. And then I got these Nevada stamps here. Again, not the most outstanding sheets. It's too bad that I kind of bent them, but again, I bought them for TTM postage, so, sorry guys, but not a complete sheet anymore. One guy was reliving his childhood because he had some difficulties in the past and some silly relative that ruined all the stamps that he had. And he was just absolutely flabbergasted that you could get stamps for like the face value, and he was buying all kinds of sheets that he had remembered from when he was a kid, buying them, and he spent over $300 on face value postage on all the old stuff, and that was really cool. So now we'll get to, there's a special item in here. This one here I bought. These have no value. They're just made for people that want to spend extra money here. 50 years of U.S. airmail stamps. This is a 1974 stamp here. It doesn't have any value. So basically I paid face value for this. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it in this or not. 26 cents, so I paid $0.25 for that one. So I figured, yeah, get that one there. And I might just use that for its intended purpose. Now this is really cool because this was a quarter out of Portland, Oregon, 1914. I'm trying to figure out what it says. Portland something attorney for something or other. But the deal was that the post office was giving him the finger on this one here. So really cool. I've never seen that kind of thing there. I've never seen that particular one. Unclaimed out of Vancouver, BC. I have no idea. I just thought this was really cool, but again, it's canceled Portland, Oregon. It was sent off to somebody in Vancouver, BC. So very, very cool. So neat thing there. Nice piece of postal history. This was $1. I'm not even joking. And I think there's a dollar coin in here. I think this is a Queen Elizabeth, the $2 coin in there. So look at that. It's really hard to see there. I had to get a magnifying glass to see what it was. Some sort of limited edition special Valor coin in there. Very, very cool. I know this is worth more than $1, but I had to take that one. That was a steal for $1, at least I think. And then we have, I need to get to my bag here and make sure I haven't misplaced anything. And we've got one special stamp here. Oh, that's an empty slip there. So we're going to go through, get the rest of the stuff here. And let's see, I got a lot of stuff here. Find it here. Okay, well, we'll get to that when I find. Oh, here it is. Don't want to lose that. I won a door prize, so we'll get to that at the very end of the video here. My friend told me I had to take this, so I bought it for $1. Unmanned Mariner, first day of issue, Pasadena, California. So I might have some. If anybody knows who I could write to for this Mariner 10 one, give me some ideas. I don't have any clue. And this one here, unfortunately, got some markings on it, but this was, looks like it was never mailed, so I can just, I'll just use those stamps off of there. I will repurpose the envelope. Well, I mean, maybe it was mailed, but somehow it doesn't get any markings on there, so I'll just, not like to do that, but 10, 20, 30, 40, 42, so I'll just clean that up there. It's just a bunch of markings on there from whatever, some Yellowstone Boys and Girls Ranch there. So there's that one there. Then I got this. Walter Ogle, Miss Mora Race, Farmer Farmer Washington. I don't know what this is. Really ripped up envelope from Douglas Washington or something like that. But there was something somebody wrote on the back of an ancient calendar from 1913. And I just wanted this for whatever. I'll try to translate the back of it at some point. But look at the old 1913 calendar there, calendar sheet. Crazy. I don't know how to get that folded back up to the way it was, but I'll put this off to the side here. There's just some sort of note or letter written on the whole entire back of these, so interesting. That's really cool. And that was also $1. Then we've got a few more quarter items here. This was $1 here. Now you know what I would want to do with this one here. This one's got 2.22s, $1, and a 2.50 or 2.90. So there's a 2.90 stamp right there if I can get that cleaned off there. So that was $1 for that one there. Then we have this one here, which is a really unusual stamp. It's a coil stamp. I think Jay Pylon might appreciate this one. It's a piano coil stamp here. But notice anything wrong with it? It's a miscut stamp. The perforation is almost right in the center there. That's where the perforation of the stamp is right there. So that's where it should have been. So it was cut wrong. A massively cut wrong stamp there. Very bizarro. Now, I don't know whether somebody cut it wrong at the post office or what happened, but, or if that's how it came. I just don't understand how that got, you know, sliced up like that. So half, you know, it's like 75-30 or 70-30. I don't really know what that is. I figured that's unusual. Might as well keep it. Kind of a weird example. If I find out that it was just a hand-cut stamp that somebody screwed up, I don't know. Really don't know. And then we have these. Somebody had wanted $10 for this at some point. Maybe it's $10 each or 10 for the set. Jumbo postcards here of some sort of building right here. And these, again, these were $1 a piece. Some guy was in Eugene the other day, so I guess there was maybe a show yesterday in Eugene, and he had already looked at somebody's box, but these were still in there. And these are U.S. Naval Air Station, Lakehurst, New Jersey. 50th anniversary of the first flight. There's a cool kind of a Zeppelin type thing there. So really neat there. Really, really neat. Very cool. And I got another one there with more markings on there, more cancellations. And then there's the Navy Lakehurst. And then there's the same building on the front there. So very, very cool to have those. Again, I don't know why I bought those. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. That's one of the things. You buy stuff you don't know what you're going to do with. Then we have a Motel 6 postcard. There was a bunch of dollar ones, and then dollar or, marked. And unfortunately, a lot of markings are from different vendors, but you never know if that's just them being lazy or they marked it or what. So I stayed away from those, even though I wanted some of those. Some of the postcards were, $3 to $5, $6, and that might have been worth it, but they eat up your budget very quickly. So here's a Motel 6 postcard. It's worth about $1, and that's what I paid. And I'm not 100% sure if I have the Motel 6 of Eugene, so I figured might as well grab that one. Then I got Pacific's Cinerama Theater, and this is Sunset Boulevard in Ivar, Hollywood, California. So kind of a nice movie little history piece of thing right there. Very cool. Again, hopefully you can see that. And then I got New Berlin, Illinois. This is 1881 cancel postcard there. That was in the quarter pile. So I grabbed that one. Maybe it wasn't in the quarter pile. I don't know. It was in the 3 for $1 pile. I did hard to remember. There was only 10 vendors, but some sort of note there from 1881. Then I have Governor of Arkansas, Sid McGrath. It's not his autograph, but some sort of, handout, flyer handout thing. Sid McGrath, the people rule. The motto, the people rule. Sid McGrath, Governor of Arkansas. That looks like the 1940s or something like that. Crazy. And then we got this really cool. This is one of my favorite postcards. Cat Asleep, Los Gatos, California. And it's an unused postcard, photo postcard there on Kodak paper. And there is that one there. Cat Asleep at Los Gatos, California. That's one of my favorite ones. It might be a valuable postcard. I don't know. And just a few more things here. The guy that I bought the face value stamps, I know there was one guy that had, cheaper stamps, but they were only $1 off, and I just didn't want those weird denominations. This is Brookman Bargain Bonanza, and that's the guy that had all the stamps. It was a cool thing there. So that's him there, Brookman Stamp Company. Neat. And a big catalog of all kinds of stuff there. So check them out. The stamps are not going to be face value. They're going to be like, double. I think they sell them, but they have all kinds of multi-thousands of dollars of stamps there. But he just brings all his extra face value stuff and then a few other interesting things there. But he had probably at least $5,000 in stamps. Now we get to the Bargain Bonanza stuff. You thought, those are bargains already. All the way down to the door price of free. So this was $2. And this is a whole page full of Canada stamps. A stock book page of Canada stamps. So I thought maybe some of those would work for my book. That's $2. So I bought 10 bucks of these. Here's a sheet of Canada, or a page of Canada stuff for $1. That's crazy. And I have a Canada book going, so that's really cool. I'm gonna figure out what my stamp hinges are, because I stamp hinged that book. And then this was $1 for this page of Canada, so that's cool. And then we have this page of Canada for another $1. So there's that one. Again, probably lots of these are duplicates. My Canada book only goes to like the 1960s, late 60s, so there's a lot of these that won't go in here. But this was $2 here, and I got a lot of ancient Canada stuff here. Early 20th century Canada stuff right in the middle there. So that's amazing for $2. Again, none of these have a ton of value, but individually people are going to want a lot for these things here. Somebody cut a stock book apart and then they stuck it in a page here. A lot of stamp collectors reuse other people's old stamp stuff. Here's an Australia page here. So there's an Australia page for a whole $1. That's crazy. All kinds of duplicates, extras, so that could get gifted off to people if I have those duplicates. I have a spot for Australia. And then there's another Canada page. So I bought from that came from a guy locally here. And then we have one more thing here. We're almost done. And we have, this was the bonus prize. This was the door prize. I was the first one to get my door prize. My friend never got one. But it says catalog price $47.50. And I got a baby Zepp. Jay will be really proud. It's my first baby Zeppelin. There's a large Zeppelin, the Graf Zeppelin or whatever it is. And I did not have a Zeppelin stamp. And that was free. Door price, free door price, free to get in, very cool. Unused Zeppelin stamp there. How amazing is that for nothing? That is very, very cool. So, what I'm going to do is do a slideshow of the best items at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed that. Make sure if you can ever get to a stamp show locally, there's just a lot of really interesting stuff. And again, sometimes if you find the right dealer, you can get TTM poses for next to nothing. Because they just want the stuff gone. Because, believe me, these guys have warehouses and truckloads and garages full of extra stamps and stamp accessories that they don't know how to get rid of in their diminishing, 10 years left of life. So, amazing stuff. There are other people, that are a little older than me, want, full book, and trying trick you over on some really common stuff. But anyway, had a fun time there, and thank you for watching.